Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We begin by the name of God, infinitely compassionate and infinitely merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace, mercy, and blessings of God be with you all. In the verse of the Quran, the Almighty declares, "Only a few of my servants are truly grateful." And another verse of the Quran, the Almighty declares, "How few are those who believe and act righteously." The Quran tells us that the community is divided into two somewhere, in one party in the majority and the other party is in the minority, act with the principle of where the truth and righteousness are, who are there, rather than the principle of where the majority is, who are there. Because being majority doesn't always mean being right. In the Quran, God states that following the majority of people can sometimes be misleading and say, if you follow the majority of them on the earth, they will mislead you from the way of God. They follow only conjecture and they lie only by guesswork. The lesson we will take from this verse as follows. The important thing is to be among the righteous, not among the majority. There is no such thing as people not uniting in the wrong. Let's not forget that man is a being that can be deceived. For this reason, we need to determine our place according to reason, logic, and conscience, not according to the majority. We all know that when we will question in the day of judgment about what we have done in the worldly life, they will not ask why we're not with the majority. They will ask why weren't you on the side of truth and justice. It will be asked why we're not on the side of those who suffered injustice. According to the Quran, Prophet Noah invited his people to God night and day, openly and secretly, for 950 years. Society split in two, those who believe in him and are with him, and those who are hostile to him and stands against him. According to a rumor, those who were with him were only 80 people. They were the only ones that boarded the ark that Noah had built. The majority, that is tens of thousands, did not board the ship, and they lost. Being a majority did not save them. Being the majority couldn't save Lot's people too. While describing the life of Prophet Lot, the Quran says, human societies sometimes declare people who are ahead in honesty and cleanliness guilty. They punish them, they exile them, they expel them, they kill them. The people on the right way always and never endures. As you know, Lot was a prophet. Lot prophesied for 41 years. The people of Lot had committed big sins such as same sexual relationship. Lot worked hard and told the Lord. He informed them of the punishment of God. He said a lot, don't do it, don't act it, stay away. But how did his people answer? The Quran says, but his people's only response was to say, expel them from your land. They are a people who wish to remain chaste. Society, that is the majority, they are trying to expel Lot and his followers from their country because they are clean and did not commit prostitution, theft like themselves. We can give another example from the life of Jesus that the majority is not always right. According to the Bible, it was customary at the festival for the governor to release a prisoner chosen by the crowd. At that time, there was a well-known prisoner named Jesus Barabbas. When the crowd had gathered, The governor asked them, which one do you want me to release for you? Jesus Barabbas or Jesus who is called Messiah? Society demanded that Barabbas be released and Jesus crucified. Why? Because they were deceived. They were deceived by the priests, whom they said were close to God, who knew the religion of God best, who feared God, and they never could oppress anyone. Today, we all know that the majority there was not right. How will that majority account for it in the day of judgment? Or there were among them those who had never known, seen, or listened to Jesus. They just wanted to be with the majority and they lost. So, being in the majority doesn't mean being right all the time. We should stand where our conscience, mind, and heart indicate, and we shouldn't worry about being in the minority. In fact, we can call the history of humanity as the history of the few, because few usually say the last word. There are many few who have enlightened the way of majority. Jesus enlightened the way of the majority with his 11 disciples. For 2,000 years, billions of people have been walking on the path illuminated by that minority. The number of believers in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reached only 40 people in 9 years. The average is not even 5 people per year. But they have illuminated that road in such a way that billions of people have been going that way for 1400 years. Some verses in the Quran begin with, how many few are there? And the Quran praised them for their resistance to the truth, to the righteousness, and to the truthfulness. Some verses reveal the truth, then add, but majority don't know. So the measure of correctness should not be indexed to majority. The lesson we will take from the Quran is this. The important thing is to be among the righteous, not among the majority. In fact, the main issue is not to be from many or few. The Quran, with all its related verses, states that the main issue is quality. That few or majority don't mean anything unless it is. It is all about quality and quantity. Quantity and quality are two very important terms. These are opposites of each other. Let's define these terms. Quantity, it is a plurality of numbers, ignoring quality and obeying the public without any principles. Quality, to abide by what is right based on principles. Diamond and coal. Coal is abundant and diamonds are scarce. It is better to have 1 pound of diamonds than 100 tons of coal. This is also true among humans. A qualified employee is superior of 10 unqualified employees. A competent person sometimes becomes more productive than 100 employees. God also looks at the quality of people in terms of faith, worship, and righteousness, not the number of people. In summary, a little of quality is more important and more valuable than many of an unqualified things.